Now we're going to go into the Royal Rumble. And this is a 30-minute match. We have so many huge stars have thrown their names into the Men's Rumble. They've made a huge deal about it. We've got everybody from John Cena to CM Punk to Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns. This is going to be a massive thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Penta can do in the 30-man match because it'll be exciting. I'm looking to see what Kofi does because this will be his first time doing a Royal Rumble as a heel in a long time. So I'm very interested in seeing what he does with the Rumble. The match itself, the 30-man match, is always going to be a little chaotic, but it should also be pretty fun. I'm going with my heart on this one, and it may or may not happen, but I really hope it does. I think we're going to see John Cena go against Gunther at Mania for that World Heavyweight Championship, and it's time for him to get his 17th title. So we're going to see John Cena win the Royal Rumble. That's my prediction. That's in my heart. I feel that. I hope among hope that's what we get.
Yes, the Men's Royal Rumble match. This is the match that everyone's going to be paying attention to, not just because it's the Royal Rumble, but because of the stacked card that they've announced thus far. It's a 30-man Royal Rumble. We already got the first 15 people all ready to go. The other half's most likely going to be Legend returns, NXT people getting a chance to shine, a possible appearance from Joe Hendry in TNA, because now WWE has a partnership with TNA, so we might see a couple of TNA wrestlers show up in this Rumble as well. So that's going to be very exciting. So far confirmed, we have Rey Mysterio, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, Shinsuke Nakamura, Penta, Cero Miedo, Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and of course, John Cena. Now, a lot of people think John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble. And that's a very good choice to make because this is the last time John Cena will ever compete in a Royal Rumble match. It won't be his last match ever, but it'll be his last Royal Rumble match. So John Cena would be a logical choice. And up until this past Monday, I was seriously considering picking John Cena. However, after what I saw on Monday night with the promo segment between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, I now believe that Punk is going to win the Rumble. And with all due respect to John Cena, Cena doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to get a title shot. They've already mentioned if he doesn't win the Rumble, he can go to the Elimination Chamber, win the Chamber, and fight for the other belt. So, since John Cena is advertised for the Elimination Chamber in March, because he said in his speech when he gave that first announcement that he was retiring, he said the Royal Rumble will be his last, the Elimination Chamber will be his last, WrestleMania 41 will be the last WrestleMania he competes in. So he is confirmed for those 3 pay-per-views. Now, hopefully he does all the other pay-per-views after that, but those are at least the 3 he's in. And to me, it makes no sense for John Cena to go to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view on his final year and not compete in the Elimination Chamber match himself. I think he should do that. And I'll even go as far as to say, when Money in the Bank rolls around, if he's not the world champion, he should be in the Money in the Bank. When they get to November and they have War Games, he should be in War Games. Cena should be taking advantage of every single match stipulation that he can on his final go-around. So I believe Cena will win the world title at WrestleMania, but he'll do it by winning the Elimination Chamber. So for the Royal Rumble, I'm going with the best in the world, CM Punk.
Man, this men's Royal Rumble match is the toughest one for me to call because there's so many choose your own adventure paths here, right? And interwinding, so many intersecting storylines. You look at the history of this, the only person that is really a dark horse in this is, in my mind, Jey Uso. He's never won. Never. Is this a time for WWE to pull the trigger on main event Jey Uso and actually let him main event, let him be his namesake? I'm not so sure. I don't think so at this point. Now, not to say that could not be the case next year or the year to follow. Is it Cena's year? Well, to Damascus Dez's point, he win his 17th championship, right? And his third Royal Rumble. This would be his third win. But to Booch's point again, does he need this win to have that match? I don't think so either. It's very interesting. Booch mentioned CM Punk. Would he get some payback after last year's result where he was tossed out by Cody Rhodes? Interesting stuff there. Of course, you have Seth freaking Rollins, who hasn't won since 2019. And then there's another one, Drew McIntyre, who could be considered a dark horse. Don't know. He hasn't won since 2020 when he eliminated Roman Reigns. To me, all of these guys, it could be anybody. And for that reason, I'm throwing them all out. I'm throwing the baby out with the bathwater and making way for the final boss. I think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comes in, and whether it's at number 30 or whatever, he comes in and wins this. Listen, he's the final boss. He's the man in charge, Mr. TKO. It makes sense for the build as we approach Mania. It makes sense. But we heard him say the last time, he acknowledged Roman Reigns as the head of the table, as the tribal chief. It was a thing, but it seemed too easy. It seemed too like, wait, what? That's it? I think they are saving this turn and the cap to all that build that we saw as Rock walking outside, throwing people around, drinking his Terramana, then getting in his truck and driving away. Probably not, because he's safer than that, but you know what I mean. Storyline wise, this is so sensical it makes sense. I am going out on another limb here. I might fall off this tree altogether this Saturday at Royal Rumble live from Indianapolis. I'm going with the People's Champion, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to win the Royal Rumble match.